Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created this acrylic design set. And I'm using this beautiful glitter from the Glitter Nail Angel called Fireworks. I really wanted to do a November 5th firework inspired set, and obviously this glitter is absolutely perfect for that. As you can see, today I'm working on my Glamourliz practice hand. I've applied some pre-pinched coffin nail tips and I'm coming in straight away with my acrylic. So this particular colour is Sapphire from CJP, and I've placed that down at the cuticle area, nudged it out into place and just made sure to keep it away from the skin, because where it's a dark colour and it's highly pigmented, it will stain if you did get it on the skin, or in this case the silicone. So I'm working really careful with it, but it's actually a really lovely colour to work with. I don't find I have any trouble with this one. So I'm just fading that out, not worrying about completely covering the nail tip, as I'm going to be using that glitter I showed you at the free edge anyway. And then I'm going to do the exact same on the little finger, as the little finger and the pointer finger are both exactly the same in this set. As you can see, I'm just dragging that colour down the tip, and where it's so pigmented, a little bit goes a long way, so I can paint it on quite nice and thin. Just making sure to keep those side walls nice and neat. And then I'm just going to come in with another small bead to build up the colour a little bit more, and just to bring that fade down towards the free edge a little more. You could use a finer glitter at the free edge underneath the chunkier glitter if you wanted to, but I didn't feel like I needed to. Then I've picked that Firework mix up with a small wet bead of clear acrylic, and I did go out of focus. I think my camera struggled to focus on how shiny this glitter is, because it just threw the camera off, but it does refocus again in a little while. So I'm just using small wet beads of clear acrylic, picking up that glitter and keeping my brush quite wet so that I can really nudge the chunkier pieces around into place until I'm happy with how all the glitter is lying. Now this mix, although called Firework, is obviously quite a versatile mix because of all the different colours in it. However, I do think it's going to be quite popular over Christmas, because just look how colourful it is, and then it's got so many different shapes. You've got your dot mixes in there, and then there's some larger circles, there's some stars, some hexes. It's just an absolutely crazy mix. I love it. And if you would like to purchase this glitter or any of the other nail art supplies from the Glitter Nail Angel, I do also have a discount code, which is Amanda10, all capital letters, and that gets you 10% off your entire order. As I've previously said, I don't make any commission or anything from those codes, they're just to save you guys some pennies. And then here I'm doing exact same on the little finger. And then here I'm just coming in with another small wet bead of clear acrylic and some more glitter, just to create a bit more of a fade and just to get a bit more of a full coverage with the glitter, because like I said, I didn't put a finer glitter underneath this one. And then on to the middle finger. So on the middle finger, I'm using this glitter from Smileys glitter store. I believe it's called Multicoloured Holo, and it is what it says on the tin. It's a fine mix of holographic glitter. So I've just picked that up again with a small wet bead of acrylic, and I'm placing that down at the cuticle area, and I'm mainly using this glitter to cover the nail bed. So I'm just getting that, just nudging it around until it covers the nail bed area and the join where the tip is applied. And then I'm coming in over the top of that with that Firework mix again, and I'm just fading this down the nail, but I wanted it to have a bit of a glassy effect, so I didn't want the Firework glitter to overtake the whole entire nail. So that's why I put the finer glitter underneath, so that then I could use a little bit less of the chunky mix and fade it gently down the free edge, just to create that clear tip. So I'm just keeping my brush nice and wet. Like I said before, I find it a lot easier the wetter your brush is to move around the chunkier pieces of glitter. And I'm just, as you can see, fading them down the nail. And then once I'm happy with that, I will leave that to set before capping at the end. Now on to the ring finger, I'm doing a full now of the finer hollow glitter mix. So I've picked that up with a small bead of clear acrylic, and I'm just going to do a complete full coverage with this. So I'm working quite wet again, nudging that glitter around at the cuticle area, getting my cuticle area nice and neat by using just the tip of my brush to really tap that in so I can get as close as possible without touching the skin. And then I'm just continuing to do that until the nail is completely covered. And then this is what the design looked like before encapsulating. I did leave in encapsulating one finger because I usually cut it out of my videos. I haven't left it in a while, so I thought I'd just leave it in for this one. I do find it a little bit boring, the capping part. It's probably my least favourite thing, so I usually just cut it out of my videos, but yeah, I've left in one finger for you guys. So I've placed that bead of acrylic down roughly around halfway down the nail because this nail is quite long, and then I'm just tapping and walking it down towards the free edge. I like to try and do as much work with my brush as possible so that I have less finish filing to do, so I try and get that acrylic as smooth and as even as possible. Then I've placed my next bead at the cuticle area, pushed it up towards the cuticle, and I'm just pulling and pressing that down until it completely covers the rest of the nail. Now, because these nails are long, you need to make sure that your structure is there. So I come in with another bead of acrylic at the apex area so I could build up a little bit more thickness there. So I've blended out the back of it and I'm leaving the bulk of it there in the back third for the structure, and just blending the top and the side of the bead out. And then once I'm happy with that, I allowed all of the nails to set, and then I went and filed them off camera. And now I'm coming in with a thin layer of jewellery gel because I'm going to be applying some crystals to this nail. So I just had a little dig through my crystal basket and I found some stars and some crystal ABs. They're not Swarovskis or anything like that, but they are really, really pretty. So I picked up this large star and I wasn't sure at first where to place it. And this is what I love about jewellery gel, because it's not glue, it's not going to set until you cure it. So you can push your crystals around as much as your heart desires until you're happy with their placement. And I ended up deciding that I wanted the star in the middle of the nail. And then I'm coming in with these crystal ABs from the Crystal Studio. I absolutely love the Crystal Studio for any crystals that are not Swarovskis. They are such excellent quality and so shiny. So these are their mixed size AB crystals. And they come in, I think, a pack of 100, and they're mixed sizes, which just make them perfect for things like this, because you need some bigger ones and some slightly smaller ones, and then you've got some really tiny ones in there as well. So as you can see, I'm just doing a little trowel of those down the nail, across the nail, sorry, I don't know, down, across, whatever you want to call it. And then when I'm happy with how they're placed, I did also pop some caviar beads around the star, but I think I did that off camera because it was just, they are fiddly. And yeah, it just went on for a while placing them, so I ended up cutting that out. But you can see this is what the finished looked like once all those crystals were in place. I then popped that in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And then I'm coming in with my CJP tack-free top gloss and top coating all of the nails. Now, silly mistake here, I completely forgot to clean underneath the glass tip nail. I think it was because it was on my silicone hand rather than myself. Usually I would go wash my nails after all the filing to remove all the dust, but when I'm working on my silicone hand, I usually just brushed the dust away. So yeah, it didn't ruin it, but it didn't look as clear as it could have done. I don't think it would have just helped if I'd have cleaned underneath the clear tip and then top coated underneath. That just gives that more crystal clear look. So yeah, and then on the crystal nail, I'm just going to top coat around the crystals, not over them, as otherwise that does ruin the effect. Then once I'm finished top coating, I'll pop that in to cure for 60 seconds. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this set. I really enjoyed doing it. If you did enjoy watching, then please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching and you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you hit subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I shall see you all again in the next one. Bye bye.